Okay, everybody, so here we are. We're going to be doing a quick record of the project, Ariadne. It's my Sinatra portfolio project. Really briefly about what is this? It basically helps you untangle complicated problems because it's easier to have a sense of what must be done than where to begin. And this app tries to solve that problem. The name Ariadne comes from the Greek mythology. She was the princess that helped Theseus navigate the maze and slay the Minotaur, this disgusting monster. Basically, when you're dealing with projects, I often feel that a project is kind of like a maze or a labyrinth, and that every obstacle you encounter is like some monster, some minotaur waiting to grab you and derail you from your project with all sorts of unplanned work. So for this test thing, let's say my middle name is David, so it's going to be d at d1 at d1.com. And the password 1234. The key for this project is Flatiron, because that is the school that I'm enrolled in. Create a user. d1 at d1.com 1234. So let's say it says greetings Davidius. It makes your name just like Theseus, so it's more fun to do this stuff. Okay, so there's a contact page. This contact page will show you my email, but only if you're logged in. So click Create a New Project. This explains how it works. Basically, in short, to get the most out of Ariadne, you make an unordered list of the obstacles or challenges you face, and then you kind of type out a conversation with yourself. And then using the format below, you identify the tasks. So you put it between a T and an E. They can be capitalized, they can be lowercased, one can be capital, and one can be lowercased, so as long as you have the colons, right? So let's say we're doing a project, and this project is clean, haunted, hoarder house. And why are you doing this? Get rich. There's gold and other expensive stuff. Okay. So you might want to start out maybe talking about some of your concerns. I'm concerned about rats, asbestos, and what else can you, oh, and mold and ghosts. So those are all problems, right? So you might say, hey, well, here's a task, is like rat remediation. And then you can also have maybe asbestos remediation. And it's not really, it doesn't really have to be on its own line, but it gets a little bit messy when you're typing it like that. So for example, maybe what else? So we talked about rats, asbestos. We can also say remediate mold. T, remediate ghosts. So if you're going to remediate ghosts, you need to hire professionals. Maybe that's one step, or maybe it's multiple steps. And then let's talk about the actual house. So there is a basement, which is rat infested. There's also an attic, has asbestos. And at this point, you're just kind of making a list of everything that's there. You don't really know. You're going to be throwing out a lot of stuff, so you're probably going to want to get a dumpster, slash hauling cart or something, and probably want to hire a pod because you're going to be getting valuables, right? So safety pod for valuables. And you can say maybe clean, so in addition to the basement, the attic, there's a first floor, second floor. Yeah. And then you might want to put a note, consider where all the valuable stuff is. It's not really a task, but it's kind of something to think about. So you click preview, and then you get all these different things. Did everything parse correctly? If not, consider what, I don't really want to consider where all the valuable stuff is. That's something that I'll probably add later. So you can get rid of that. And by the way, mind you, this stuff right here, that did not appear in the preview. See, it's not there. just has the stuff that you're supposed to do. First floor. Oh, you know what? Good thing it did not have the second floor because I forgot to put an E. You can see it live like that. So then you click Let's Continue. Rat remediation, asbestos, remediate mold, remediate ghosts, professionals. These are all the things. First floor, so let's say, okay, first floor is really, there is a living room. What else on the first floor? There's also a kitchen. Kitchen's on the first floor. Maybe it's better to say kitchen, first floor. And then living room, first floor. Second floor, what's really on the second floor? Lots of bedrooms on the second floor. And then maybe you have a library on the second floor. And then there's also, let's say, bathrooms on the second floor. You click Add Task, so you have all that stuff. You have all that stuff. You click on Phase 2, says rat remediation. Why this? So you don't get bitten. It's probably important, but it might not be important if it's only in the basement. Asbestos radiation. What is the most difficult part of this that you have not thought of? How expensive it is to hire a remediator. And the reason why you're doing this with the tasks is to have a better sense of how long certain things will take, so when you rank them later, it will be easier to do. So remediate the mold. How many ways might you conquer this problem? And you say, is there really mold? Maybe there isn't. Is there anything that you have not considered about this task? If so, what? Where to find a ghost remediator? Does this even exist? Do you have to go? Do you have to get an exorcist? Or will somebody from the phone book work? I suspect you have to get one from a church. And hire professionals, that's kind of the same thing. They say, well, there are a bunch of moving parts. This can take a while. Basement, which is rat infested. How does solving this task address your overall goal? You know, maybe it doesn't. Maybe there isn't anything valuable in the basement, just rats and mold. Dumpster hauling a cart or something. Can this be measured? If not, can you make it measurable? You probably want to make sure you get the correct sized cart. Submit the comment. What have you not considered about this task? Safety pod for valuables. Is this also the right size? How long can you have it? And then maybe, is it waterproof? What's the security on this thing? Especially if there's going to be gold or whatever, who knows. Submit this comment. Living room on first floor. Why might this task be relevant? Can you solve something else to solve this quicker? Living room, maybe the living room's not really nothing valuable in here. Actually, you saw some paintings. Maybe a cursory look. Lots of bedrooms on the second floor. Ghosts. Lots of ghosts. Kitchen on the first floor. So let's say you've heard there's gold in the kitchen, gold silverware. Say how much you might want to make a list of all the drawers and cabinets so you can iterate through the cleaning systematically. Library, is this trash truly necessary? There could be priceless books here. Previous home or porter was a book collector. So you're probably going to want to spend a lot of time in there. And these questions, real quick, they're not really, they're just random. They're prompts, so you could answer a different question, but these are to help you get thinking about it. What can possibly go wrong with the bathrooms? Maybe there is a hole in the floor and you might fall through to the basement. Definitely not good if you don't want to deal with those bathrooms at all. Rat remediation. Finally, now we're getting to the meat of it. So how fast can you get it done? It could go either way depending on how many rats there are or where they are. How much effort might it take? It's ambiguous. How important is it to the goal? Maybe it would be nice if there's time. Maybe it's optional, but maybe it's necessary. You're not really sure. It's a toss-up. Let's continue. And again, so you don't get bitten, right? So consider task, asbestos remediation. How fast can you get it done? Probably takes a while. I mean, it's ambiguous, but it's definitely going to take longer. It definitely won't be fast, so slow. How much effort might it take? Probably mind-numbing and expensive. How important is the goal? Maybe there won't be asbestos in most of the rooms that you're going to be in. How expensive is it to hire a remediator? Yeah, that sounds about right. Remediate mold. Could be tedious. A lot. I don't know if I want it or need it. Maybe there's only mold in the basement or the bathrooms, and if you're not going in there, then you don't need to worry about it. Click continue, remediate ghosts. Oh, you will definitely sleep over it. It could take a while. The task is somewhat intimidating. Yes. And is it a big deal? You don't know. Maybe it's just in your imagination. Hire professionals. Let's say it's slow. Lots of effort. You got to find the right ones to do the right job, so you don't have to double back. How important is the goal? Absolutely necessary. Basement. Too long to come. Mind-numbing. Optional. Because if nothing's valuable down there, then it's optional. Dumpster holing, cart, or something. That's probably pretty quick. You just make a call, and you need it. Safety pods. Just make a call. Absolutely necessary. And again, if you can't decide, this stuff here is to help you decide with that. Living room on the first floor. Easy. Probably quick. Because you want to go through each room. Lots of bedrooms on the second floor. Lots of effort. Necessary. Definitely valuables in the bedrooms. Kitchen first floor. I'm already done. Could be tedious. Looks difficult, but you need it. That's where all this good stuff is supposed to be. Library on the second floor. Too long to contemplate. Make sure with task. It's definitely a big deal. Bathrooms on the second floor. Too long to contemplate. Here's mind-numbing, and let's say it's optional. There's nothing valuable in the bathrooms. Continue. So this basically is now brings you to segments, and what you want to do with the segments is you want to have a sense of where to begin. What's foundational, which means that no tasks come before it. Yeah, probably nothing comes before that. And these are also easy, so you kind of want to knock them out of the way. Living room on the first floor. Hire professionals, foundational. Living room on the first floor. Well, you want to hire the professionals first. Lots and lots of stuff in the bedrooms. That is also second floor. Again, you want to hire professionals first. So this is all going to be intermediary. The remediation, it could go either way. It's probably foundational, but maybe it's final. Mold, let's say you're not going to be going into any rooms with the mold. The only reason to remediate mold is to, sell the house. And maybe it's true. Maybe it's the same for asbestos. Maybe the asbestos isn't friable, so you don't have to worry about it. Remediate ghosts. That's something you definitely need to do. Rat remediation, same as the mold and the asbestos. You don't really need to deal with it until you're trying to sell the house. Basement, which is rat infested. Basement on the second floor. Maybe you don't really need to worry about these things. So these are kind of like non-tasks, so I'll just put them as final to get rid of them. You know what, even better? Because I don't really need to have this. I can just get rid of them right here. And is there anything else that I need to do? You know what? There's probably going to be lots of sorting. This is your new task, sorting and securing valuables. And then you probably also want to get someone. Well, you know what? That's probably its own task. So let's just save this. And then over here, get someone from Antique Roadshow. Okay. So this is, let's say this is probably the first thing to do. This is the second thing to do. This safety pod for valuables. And you know, maybe actually you can start with that. This is maybe second, that's third. This is third, and this is fourth. Sorting and securing valuables. Maybe this is probably going to be towards the end. Living room, first floor. What else is on the first floor? The kitchen is on the first floor. Lots of bedrooms on the second floor. So you can do, this is kind of an ongoing thing, so you can get it started over there. This is exhausting, probably one. Oh, you know, I forgot to say what that is. That's my bad. This is the one for the Antique Roadshow. So let's go back. Oh, perfect. Dumpster, professionals, ghosts, pod. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then this stuff is just for the resale, so it doesn't really matter. But probably before you do the, you don't want rats attacking your workers, so that's it. That shows you how it all works. And that's sort of the whole purpose, right? You have something that seems like it's complicated or time-consuming, and this will save you time in that it allows you to have a bigger context by thinking about things in terms of a beginning, a middle, and end, and also in terms of what is easy, what's difficult. It essentially will kind of rank it to begin with, so you don't have to make that many changes. And there you have it, the end. Log out, and there's not a picture of a Minotaur, but that's it.